Greetings, my name is Beverly D, and this is a general reading for Gemini for the month of March, the year 2019. So my dear Geminis, you always have a lot going on, so we're going to see what's going on here with you Geminis here for this brand new month of March. So let's see what's going on, Gemini. Okay, Gemini. Okay, so for one thing I'm picking up here, Gemini, I see that you're dealing with some people or you're dealing with someone and they're not really revealing everything to you. So they telling you things, but they leaving out a lot of things. They're showing you things, but they are not showing you everything. So I feel like that you are aware. That's the main thing, is that you are aware, so people are not blindsided you. You definitely seeing exactly, you see that they are holding back here. I also see here too where I feel like that I'm seeing, Gemini, that you are moving quickly. So you are making advancements, and your advancements are coming very, very quickly here. So I just feel like you don't even have time for mistakes. It's like if you make mistakes, so what? You just keeping it moving. Things is just going by so fast. And what's so good about it, Gemini, is two or more of you, so you can handle the speed that everything is going by. I'm also seeing here too where it feels like that there's a Gemini and you could be have some kind of dealings here with, it feels like a Cancer, because it's got a lot of this moon energy that's here. I see Cancer, this is water, so you're going to be dealing with a water sign here, Gemini. So whatever these water signs that I feel like that you're going to be dealing with, whatever issues or situations that you had with the water signs, I do feel like things are going to be worked out, especially during this month. This is the beginning of putting the light, straightening out things, getting things all together here. I do see here too, Gemini, where you are in your success time here. So March is like, well, I call this the blooming month. So this is where you're starting to bloom. It's been a process all the time, but you are really going to be able to see, and other people are going to be able to see how you are blossoming, how you are blooming here. There's definitely going to be an improvement in the area of dealing around finances, and I also see property. So there could be Geminis that could be improving property, purchasing property. I just feel property and finances energy that I feel real strong here with a lot of you Geminis. I also see here, Geminis, you are like really taking the lead. Even though you might not know what, you might have started out in a new position, a new place, but it's like I told you, everything is moving quickly, so you are a quick learner. You learning very quick. You learning as you go, and you are mastering. For somebody that is learning as they go, you are definitely a true master here. So things that is coming together is coming together perfect. I mean, it's coming together like, you know, you're doing it better than people that have done it and have been trained and know what they're doing. You doing it better than they have. So Gemini, this is a very quick, powerful time here for many of you. A lot of you Geminis have a lot on your plate here, but it's a lot going on, and so you able to handle everything that's there. There's a lot of strength here. So Geminis, you are even recognizing the strength that's there. You know, you've used it before, but never at the level that it is now. So you're seeing that you have strength here, very strong, solid strength here, unmovable, mountain kind of strength that's here. So you have a strength that that is not only just enough for you, you have the strength to help and carry other people. Also, I'm seeing a lot of rewards. So a lot of you Geminis, I feel like, are going to be getting reward. This is a reward time here that I feel for many of you Geminis. And so I just feel like that you do have your own personal crystal ball, because that's what it's going to seem like. Does it just seem like, okay, well, how did they know how to do that? How come that worked out so perfect? They must have a crystal ball or something. Yeah, you do have your own built-in crystal ball here. And so it's just, and it's like things is just turning. It's just, and it's all turning in your favor. It's just like how they say the world is yours and it's up to you to do with it what you want to do. And so you definitely is taking it with both hands here. You jumping all in. You are making your changes. You're making a mark here. Many of you Geminis are really making a strong mark here. I feel like a lot of you Geminis, this is time for you. You are creating your legacy that I see that's here. I feel like that the things that you're putting together cannot be taken away or cannot be removed here. I also see here that you got all the tools. I mean, everything that you need, Gemini, you have it. And so that's why it's not hard for you to accomplish what you need to accomplish, because you have all the tools that you need to build or whatever it is that you need to do. I also see here, Gemini, where I feel like that as far as finances is concerned, finances is really improving. Some of you are going to get major advancement as far as finance is. Some of you, it's like gradual kind of improvement with the finances, but whichever way it is, it's all improvement. It's all added. Nothing's taken away financially. Gemini, I see things as being added here with you. I'm also seeing here too where I feel like that Gemini is just saying you are a force. You are a major force. You are a new force. So continue. So continue to create here. Don't hold back here, because you are moving things. You know how they say moving mountains? Well, you have that kind of force here that's strong enough to move mountains. Not one mountain, but mountains, Gemini here. It's also saying here too that something for you Geminis that's in a wow, Gemini, you all over the place here. I told you you moving fast here. And so you just really all over the place. Okay. Things is on and on. There's nothing wrong with that. I see here too, Geminis, for those of you that's in a relationship, I see here that you working with your relationship. Some of you are in a relationship and it feels like that you are wrestling with a bear, but you wrestling, you keeping it together here. I'm also seeing here too, Gemini, that the chemistry is good for a lot of you Geminis with dealing with relationships. I'm seeing that the chemistry is really developing there. I also see here too, Gemini, that some of you might have been in a relationship that you felt like that it wasn't trustworthy. I do feel like things is turning around. I do feel like that there's being more trust that's there. And so I feel a lot of trust. Some of you Geminis have been dealing not only just with relationship, but because you are doing things new. You could be, this is your new, this is where it is, the universe is saying, okay, Gemini, is your time to come on stage. And so because you on stage, this is you now, and so there's a lot of trust. Well, at first people or situations might not have trusted you. You might have not trust if you could really pull things off or make things happen. But now, how they say, the proof is in the pudding. Now there's definitely more trust that's going on there. I'm also seeing here too where I feel like that some of you Geminis are going to reunite with someone that feels like that you might have had some disagreements going on. I do see a reuniting, but I'm also seeing here too where it feels like you're not telling the person, but you saying, okay, we're gonna get back together, but this is it. And so, but you keeping it to yourself, because you know sometimes you could tell people and you've said it before and they didn't believe you, so now you're pretty keeping it to yourself. And so you mean it this time. If the people mess up, you in that no nonsense energy, Gemini. That's your true leadership that's there. And so you're not taking it. You give a person a chance, and I see you giving somebody a chance, but it's like this is it. And I feel like that you able to turn it off. Once you say it's over with, it's over. Once your mind is made up, it's made up. I'm also seeing here too that I see that there's Geminis here, and I do feel like there's true love, there's new love, definitely love in the air for Gemini. Gemini, I just feel like that you are getting where everybody else might get a one cup of tea, one teaspoon of sugar in their tea. Geminis, you will be getting 2-3 teaspoons or tablespoons of sugar in your tea. So when it comes to love, you definitely is going to be getting a lot of love. And I just feel like that March is really the opening of this energy that's here. It's saying that it's safe for you to love here. And so don't. Some of you have been kind of holding back. I just feel like that March is going to be a time where you're just going to just go for it. It's like, okay, I'm going to give it all I have. If it work, it work. If it don't, I just start over again. Keep it moving, not starting over, because you never can start at a place. Everything is different. Everything is evolving. So I feel like that many of you Geminis are in a good place, especially when it comes to love. I feel like you in a good place with life, period, because this just seems like that this is definitely a Gemini season. Yeah, it's struggles and things that goes on there, but this is what's making your greatness, Gemini, the way that you are able to conquer any kind of struggle, how you just comes right through it. And so this is definitely your superhero energy time that's here. I feel a lot of you Gemini will, if you not with your soulmate, you definitely will be getting with your soulmate here. I also see here too where it's like you're not going to be controlled, and you're not letting others control you or box you in. So you got, when you creating, when you are advancing, then you can't get boxed in, and so you're not letting them box you in. I also feel that Gemini here, I feel like that there's a Gemini and you're not putting up with any nonsense. So I feel like that where you might have been putting up with some nonsense before, you're not putting up with that. You keeping it moving. And so as you going, you cutting the strings, you cutting the ropes, you getting things out your way, but you keeping it moving. I also see a Gemini here where I feel like that you could be involved in some kind of law energy here. So this is a Gemini where, and I feel that you're standing very strong, so you could be getting a strong position as far as dealing with the legal energy. So it's talking about, so this could be a judge or something like that. There could be a Gemini that could really be getting an important position as far as the law is concerned. A lot of success, Gemini, here. I feel like success and money. This is what I'm seeing. They both going hand in hand. They right there. So it's success and it's a finances, that you never had this kind of success before, Gemini. I don't care how successful you've been in life. You never had it like this before. And Gemini, for those of you might even have money, you never had it like this before. So this is definitely a new time here for you. Some of you Gemini, well, most of you Geminis, definitely a new time, but I just feel like you able to really work with it. I'm also seeing here too where I feel, Gemini, that you are positioning, you putting yourself in a good positioning. A lot of rise is going. A lot of you Geminis are not at a standstill. A lot of you are on the rise here, and you're rising very rapidly, very quickly here. I see here too where I feel like that your position is a good position here. I see harmony. So Gemini, you could go into a place where it's totally chaos and you could still have that harmony on you. You could still have that calmness and you can just walk. It's like walking through a burning building without getting on fire. It's like you just walk right through the fire and don't get burned. So you could be dealing with a lot of chaos and you still able to do what you need to do in the midst of all the chaos and confusion. And so that's like unbelievable. That's like magic right there, how you could be in the midst of chaos and don't get hurt. You know how a tornado can come and it can just tear up every house on the block and won't mess with your house. Your house won't get tore up. Well, that's how this feels with you Gemini. So this is an exciting time for many of you Geminis. You able to balance things. Yeah, it's going to be same confusion and all of that's going to be going on, but the way you handle it, the way you create in spite of it and get through it, that's what's the amazing part of it, Gemini. So I really have to give you a cup of tea because this is an amazing time for many of you Gemini. So Gemini, if you need to contact me, my information is below. So enjoy this time.